Hey there, guys. Welcome to yet another RobaFett podcast, comedic gamer podcast. So today we're going to talk about something that's pretty big news. Apparently Microsoft is going to make it so that it's Xbox Live is cross-platform, which basically means if you have an Xbox, you're going to be able to play with people on PC, or PlayStation 4, maybe. We don't know yet. Joining me as always is the comedic gamer, and go ahead and weigh in on your thoughts. Let me know what you think about this first, and I can go ahead and follow up.
Well, it's actually, I'm not really surprised that this actually has come into almost a reality, because I did think about this one time several years ago. I was like, will there ever come a time where Xbox can play with PlayStation users and vice versa? And a lot of people said, yeah, I highly doubt that because of laws and all that kind of stuff, but it's actually turning into reality.
Yeah, I always thought about, could this happen? Is it possible? Will it ever happen? And I honestly was a skeptic as well. And really, I still am. I don't know. I don't even know if this is up to Sony or not, or if it's just up to the developers, so I don't know that. But what I can tell you is that I'm sure Sony is like thinking, I wonder if Microsoft is doing something a little shady over there. I wonder if they've got a little something up their sleeves. You know what I mean? So they're not going to want to jump on this right away, even if it is up to them. A really good application, I would think, to this is that finally people who have, like Windows 10, for example, will be able to play with people on their Xbox, because that only makes sense. They're both from Microsoft. But, I'm thinking that it's also talking about just like any PC, no matter what PC you own, right, or, Mac, OS X, whatever, should be able to play together. I don't know where Nintendo weighs in on all this, even if they even would.
Probably won't.
But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. PS4 and Xbox One have just been fighting for so long. I don't see them really playing nice right off the bat. Plus, I don't know, is this going to be able to happen on games that are already established? Can it happen in an update? Is it something that has to be, built into the game? I don't know. So, there's a lot of X factors here that I'm not sure about. Maybe you can fill us in with.
I don't think it's really up to PS4 or Xbox alone, because when it comes all down to it, it's really up to the developers of the games, because it is their servers, such as Activision and their servers, Rockstar and their servers, and it's just, they have to grant that code or whatever to put in their servers, so both consoles and PCs can all intertwine together. It does bring an idea in, developers' heads saying, hey, they actually want to do this kind of thing. And some developers are going to jump onto it, some won't. Maybe they're going to be skeptical, as PlayStation might be, because could they lose money and all that stuff, and how's that going to roll with exclusives as well? So that's another thing.
Right. Well, all I can say is that if this does happen, it's really a dream come true. I wish the dream would have happened before I got both platforms, because I got a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One. I wanted to be able to play with anybody if I wanted to, and it's annoying to have to buy two of the same game, having like 2 Grand Theft Autos, 2 copies of Destiny to play with people. It really does, and it's expensive. It's expensive to have 2 consoles. Not everybody could do it. I had to wait a while to do it. And if this could happen, it would really just be really awesome to just, to say, hey, I can play with my friend no matter what console he has, or as long as we have the same game. But like you said, they all have to jump on board with this. Everybody has to be okay with this. And, in a perfect world, I'd say that would happen, but I don't know. It's not a perfect world. I see some problems happening with this. It's the same thing with the backwards compatibility thing. It sounded really cool, but really, how many games are backwards compatible right now for the Xbox One?
Well,
not that many.
I mean, they do have like software, like PlayStation Play, for instance, where all their previous PlayStation PS2 games are on there, but it's
Yeah, PS4 does it, but you have to pay for that. I'm
Right.
talking about Xbox, Microsoft. They were talking about, oh yeah, you are just going to be able to put your popular old games in, if they're on the list, and you can play them, which you can. But there's only a certain amount of games that you can do that with, and I really, really, really have a feeling that this is going to happen. They said Rocket League is going to be the first game that this is going to happen with. I'm not sure when that's going to happen. I know it hasn't happened yet.
no.
But if Rocket League is going to do it, that definitely says that games can update to this, unless they knew this was coming, which I don't think so. But it definitely shows that pretty much any game, as long as it wouldn't be too complicated, could do this. I mean, I'm not going to pretend that I know all of the facets of what it would take to make it happen, but I do know that if Rocket League's doing it, that means some other games could do it, and hopefully that's the road it's going to go down. Any closing thoughts on this?
Again, very excited if this will actually work out. But time is going to delay that, I believe, because if you look at Rocket League, it's not really a complicated game, and therefore they're going to use a less complicated game to experiment with this. And since Rocket League is a pretty popular game for indie games, again, they're going to experiment with that. But if they're ever going to pan out to like GTA or Call of Duty or games like that, it's going to require a lot of time and a lot of coding, to actually have that work and work smoothly without, servers crashing and stuff like that. So it's going to take a while, I believe.
Yeah, more than likely. I do think it's cool that, Microsoft's kind of been a pioneer in a lot of ways with a lot of this stuff. They wanted to go to digital distribution, first, and that didn't really work out because of what they wanted to do and all the weird stuff they wanted to put with that. So they kind of shot themselves in the foot with that, but they did the backwards compatibility thing. Now they're doing this. I know they've done some other stuff. I just can't think of it right now. But basically, I think it's a really cool idea, and I just really, really hope it works out, guys. And just let us know in the comments below, what do you think about this? Do you think this is a great idea? How do you think it's going to go down? We want to know in the comments below. What do you own? Xbox One, PS4, PC? We want to know. As always, like, comment, rate, subscribe. Like I always say, you don't have to, but if you did, it would really help us out. And as always, keep those Punisher hats on, and I'll see you later.
Stay epic, gamers.